Hi folks, it's going to be another senior moment. This is my gourd patch that you're looking at here. This is where I planted gourd seeds and I've irrigated them. The only place on my property where I irrigated them, and they're growing, and you can't see too many of them, but there's probably in this patch there must be 100, maybe more. Now outside the fence over there on the you can see some of the yellow gourds hanging over there. I've never irrigated those. They just grew there wild. I trained them up the fence, but they just grew wild. And I went out there a while ago and I picked up a few of them. That's what these are here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in a bag, and then we're going to go into my den, into my shop, and I'll show you what I do with these when they get dried out, and I harvest them. I'll show you some of the things that I do with them. So you can turn the camera off now. We'll turn it back on when we get in the shop.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'll just give you some idea of what I do with these when they get all dried out. Some of them are a little bit more dried out than the others. This one, for instance, I don't know if you can see it, but it weighs about half of what this one weighs. This still has a lot of moisture in it. And but once they get dried out, here's a good example. This one dried out, I dropped it. And of course it broke. And this is what they look like inside. There literally are hundreds of seeds in there. And this is what they look like when they get really dry. The ones that I planted out in my gourd patch were like this. And I just drilled a hole. Then I stuck a whole gourd down rather than just the seeds. I put a whole gourd down in the hole and crushed it in there. But anyway, this is what I do. And once I harvest them, if I'm going to do anything with them, I bring them in here to my drill press. I just use this as something to kind of hold them. I've got a center drill in my drill press. What I do is I just drill a little hole like that, and then I've got these little screw eyes, and I can take a screw eye Now you can do any number of things with these. You can dip them in, well, Vicky's going to dip some of them in resin. We haven't done it yet. But you can paint them, you can write names on them, you can hang them on a Christmas tree if you want to. There's just all kinds of things. You know, if you're a crafty person, you can figure out all kinds of things to do with these. This is, just do one more here and show you something else that I do. And I've got these are a different kind of a hook.
Cup hooks.
Yeah, they're really a cup hook. But I'm using a center drill, and what I do on these is I take the store-bought glue and I put just a drop of glue there, and then I hit it with the accelerator. And do you want me to get the screw out and show how I do that, son?
If you want to.
All right, shut that off for just a second.
Okay.
So here's the star bond, And I could go in here with a little smaller drill and sort of screw that in, but it's really, really tiny. So what I do is I just put a drop of glue like that, and then I take this accelerator, I spray that, then I take this, I put it in there, and I just hold it for 10 seconds. That accelerator is so good that after about 10 seconds, the glue is set up, and then this cup hook is there permanently. And if you ever want to, if you're worried about it, you can always put another drop on top. You'd either leave that set 10 minutes and it'll harden, or hit it with the accelerator, and in 10 or 15 seconds it's hardened up.
So this is the thick gap filler.
Yeah, this is a thick star bond, and the accelerator that makes it set up almost instantly, just within about 10 or 15 seconds, it's set up solid. And so this is an example of two of the gourds. This has got the screw eye that's screwed into the gourd itself. And this is where I drill a hole, and it has a cup hook that's glued in. And that's just a couple of the things that I do with the gourds. Of course, the big thing with the gourds is you got so many seeds that if I wanted to plant, I've got 2.5 acres here. If I wanted to plant these gourds everywhere, I've got enough seeds out of just this amount of gourds that I can make 100 different plants, maybe 1,000, I don't know. But this, just this one gourd, literally, this is just a few of the seeds, and each one of these seeds will make a plant. And then each plant will have from 3 to 10 gourds on it. So you can imagine how many gourds this could turn into. So I don't know of anybody that cultivates these things. This is the first ones I've ever cultivated. But I don't know how long they're going to grow. I don't know how long that gourd patch is going to last. But as time goes on, we'll make more videos so that you'll be able to see where these will grow. I don't know if they'll grow any place but the desert, but I don't know they won't. Excuse me. I'm fairly sure that you could grow these in a planter if you want to grow them indoors or grow them on a patio. I'm fairly sure you could do that, but I don't know because I've never done it. But that's my senior moment for this time. We'll catch you on the next one.